Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Most of you know Appa as Malaysian Chinese, and Appa loves and prefer to cook Asian cuisine. Be it Malays or the Chinese or Indian cuisine, Appa is pretty okay with it. But many of you doesn't know that one of the most favorite food Appa loves is actually a steak. Okay, so I'm actually doing something a bit special today. It is a steak, but not the steak that you all normally know. Mostly we always refer steak as the using the beef. Okay, and somehow due to the religion's reason, in Malaysia especially, many Chinese they don't eat beef. Okay, so when they don't eat beef, they don't really get to eat this very nice cuisine. But here's actually another option for you. I'm not sure if you heard of this thing called Ibreco pork, which is actually black pork imported all the way from Spain. Okay, and it is also called the Wagyu in pig. Okay, the Wagyu in pig. So it's equivalent because of the very nice, beautiful marbling fat distribution that you can find from the meat itself. Okay, and I want to thank CuriousGrocer.com from Kuala Lumpur to give Appa a chance to try this very unique cut. This is actually called pluma, also called top loin, and some call it feather loin. Okay, it is actually the most prized cut of the Iberian pig, and it is rich and succulent cut from the end of the loin. Hence, it is still called top loin. Yeah, and it has a perfect balance between the lean and the fatty meat. Okay, so I'm going to use this part to actually cook out a steak. Yep. So when I receive it, it is actually frozen, and this is about 600 gram. I'm going to cut it half so that I will have two pieces of steak, about 300 gram each, which is just nice, like a normal size of steak which I will normally order. Okay, and I'm just going to pan fry and put it a little bit of salt and pepper. That's it. Okay, you want to eat and keep the original flavor from the meat itself. And this is not very expensive actually. I was informed by CuriousGrocer.com that a 400 gram cut costs only about 50 ringgit, which is so much cheaper than Wagyu beef, yeah, or even the normal very nice ribeye that you can buy. But it is pork, so most Malaysian Chinese can eat it. So you may want to try this. Go log on to www.curiousgrocer.com for more information. I was told if you want to buy this pluma cut or top loin, you will actually have to ask them how heavy is that particular cut. Then only they can calculate the rate for you, because every cut has different weight. Yeah. So I'm going to take it up. Okay, interestingly enough, when I open the packet, there actually has three strips of pork here. Just nice for me because I'm going to cook for 3 adults. And you know what? Appa prefer my steak usually about 50% cooked, and my mother-in-law actually prefer 100% well done. My wife's somewhere around 50 to 70%. So, but you may be shouting right now, Appa, pork you cannot eat half cooked, right? Well, apparently, according to studies, Ibreco pork is the only pork in the world that you can actually eat it half cooked. Yeah. the pork is the pig itself is actually fed by this thing called acorn, which is also called oat nut. Yeah, and they are raised in a very natural environment. So in Spanish, sometimes they just torch it a little bit and they actually eat it half raw. Okay, so of course, if for those of you who are not so adventurous, you can still cook it until almost fully cooked. And look at all this fat distribution, you will know already this piece of meat is still going to taste very tender and very juicy. Okay, so we can let's prep our meat a bit with some black pepper. I'm not going to put salt now. The moment you start putting salt, the meat juices will actually start to release. Okay, so I always, when you want to cook beef, I'm not a Western chef, but to my best understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, if you want to cook a steak, always add salt towards the end. Because the moment you add the salt, the meat juice will actually start to release, and you don't want the meat juice to release. You actually want the meat juice to stay inside the meat itself. Okay, so let's go and heat up the frying pan. Okay, let's prepare a pan, and I'm going to put some oil and also butter. Now, why oil and butter? Oil can withstand much higher heat. The butter is where it gives the flavor. Okay, so let's heat up the oil before we add in the pork. Okay, my butter has melted, and you want to make sure it is hot enough. Okay, because this process is that we want to actually sear the beef itself. Now, first rule, it is like you frying any kind of other kind of meat or fish. First rule, put in the meat when the oil is already heated up. Okay, that's the first. Secondly, do not try and flip it too often. I'm going to let this pan frying for at least 2 to 3 minutes before I flip over to the other side. Maybe just about 2 minutes because the meat is not so thick. Okay, so I'm not going to touch it. 2 minutes later, I'm going to flip. We'll come back shortly. Okay, now it's about 2.5 minutes. Let me flip my stick. Oh, look at this. Look at how beautiful my stick is. Can I still call this stick? Never mind. Let me zoom in and take a picture. Ooh, very nice. So I'm going to let these sides to cook for another about 2 to 3 minutes. Then it is almost done. Then I will be getting about somewhere around 50 medium. Should be somewhere around medium well. Okay, 50 to 60%. So we will come back shortly. Okay, this is after another 2.5 minutes. Ooh. Okay, I just want to sear this side, char this side a bit, yeah. Okay. My pork is done. I'm going to put it at the side. Okay, then I'm going to continue with the other 2 strips, which I'm going to cook it until a lot more cook. Okay, and if you, so meaning it will be somewhere around 5 minutes each side, then it should be fully cooked, or at least 80 to 90%. Okay, So what I did is I actually put my pork aside to let it rest for about 2 minutes. Okay, before I serve. Okay, this is after about 2 minutes. Let me see. Let me show you how it is. Oh, look at the beautiful radish in the middle. Okay, woohoo. Okay, anyway, this is for me. That I know this. I'm comfortable of eating this meat. Wow, look at how tender it is. My God, super tender. Okay, this is about medium well. So for those who are not comfortable to eat pork medium well, you can cook for about 5 minutes each side. That will give you about at least 80% cook. Okay, don't worry. It's your dinner. You decide. So let me adjust this a bit, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on top, and some little bit more of the black pepper. All right, there you go. It is that simple. Okay, so if you like this video, if you do share my video on your Facebook to your friends, come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Curious Grocer for letting Appa trying their product. Thank you.